Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today we just got some awesome new Orcust cards. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out these awesome new cards. So these are actually going to be released in the Quarter Century Trinity box, which is not only going to have Orcust cards in it, but it's also going to have Dragon Maid and Punk cards in it. And this is one of the new Orcust monsters artwork, and it does look to be a Link 1, which is insane because we know what happened last time Orcust had a Link 1 in the form of Nightmare Mermaid. So let's go ahead and see what these cards actually do. So first off, we do have a new version of Galatea, and it is a Link 1, and I really like how they've included the Orcust symbol in the text box. I hope that is in the final product. That'd be really cool, almost like the 25th anniversary stamp for the Quarter Centuries, and I love the artwork of this card. It just looks phenomenal. So let's go ahead and see what this card actually does. So this card is Galatea I, the Orcust Automation, and this card is a Link 1 Dark Machine Link effect monster with 0 attack points. This card could literally do nothing and it would be broken in Orcust because you can normal summon out your copy of Harpar and link it away for this card and then instantly go in for all of your crazy plays. But this card does have some effects, so let's see what they actually are. So this card is a link arrow of bottom left with the materials 1 Orcust or a World Legacy monster. And this card has the effect that you can only link summon Galatea I once per turn. Also, it cannot be used as material for an XZ summon, meaning you cannot go in for Dingirsu, the XZ monster, using this card, which is actually really a smart way of handling this card, because it means you can't just instantly go in for this and then go in for the Orcust XZ monster. I really like that because you can actually use your link monsters to go in for the Orcust XZ, so I really like that they've included that, as it kind of balances this card a little bit because you have to go in for like a Link 2 or higher to be able to make Dingirsu. And you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. For its effects, it actually has 2 effects, and let's see what they do. For the first effect, you can send a card from your hand to the grave to add a World Legacy monster or orchestrated babble from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Whoa, that turns all of our Orcust monsters into quick effects. That's insane that you can actually just instantly get to babble using this card. That's really, really good that you can just instantly search out babble directly from your deck to your hand, and it's just basically an instant, basically turning all of your Orcust monsters into quick effects, which is just so cool. I love that effect, and you can even recover it from your graveyard, which is really cool. So if you've already drawn into it, you can just grab it out of the grave if it gets destroyed, which is really nice. That's insane. That is really, really good, because now we don't have to use Galatea to be able to get to our copy of Orchestrated Babble. We can use Galatea to get to Crescendo, which is really insane. For the second effect, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other Orcust card from your grave and then special summon this card, which helps you get your Orcust monsters banished so that you can use your different card effects to be able to special summon them back to your side of the field. That's a pretty good effect overall, but basically, again, this card could have done absolutely nothing and just been a Link 1, and it would have been crazy. But that's a really good effect that it helps you get to Babel, and also you just have to send a card from your hand to the graveyard, which is also going to set up your Orcust plays further, which is just really cool, and I love that about this card. Plus, the artwork is just fire because it's Galatea and it's like absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what the next card is. So AI is actually an artificial intelligence, also I as in love in Japanese, which is really cool. AI also just sounds like I. That's pretty cool. I love that about this card because like Dingirsu went to all sorts, or Longirsu went to all sorts of different links to bring his sister back to life, which is just absolutely amazing in the lore. And it's so cool to actually see new Orcust cards. We do have a new Link 4 monster, and I really like the artwork of this card. You can actually see the different moon phases in the background, which is really, really cool. And I love that he almost has like the purple nightfall for the Mech Knights. That's really, really cool. And he has the spear, which is just really nice. I really love the artwork of this. It's actually really cool. And his hair is even glowing. That's really awesome. So let's see what this card actually does. So this card is called Enlighten Girsu, the Orcust Mech Knight. So he does become a Mech Knight in the lore. That's really cool. The lore. This is actually really, really really cool to see him become a Mech Knight, and that's really cool that it's actually an Orcust Link 4. So let's see what this card actually does. I hope this is really broken. Okay, so this card is a Link 4 Dark Machine Link effect monster with 2600 attack, with the Link arrows being top right, middle right, and bottom left. And the Link arrows are actually really unique. I don't think I've ever seen a Link monster have those particular arrows where you have the up and down and then you have left and right. That's kind of weird for Link arrows. So what does this card actually do? This card has 2 effects, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. And it does require 2 monsters, including an Orcust Link monster. That's going to be really easy because you just climb from the first, the Link 1, to Galatea, to the Longirsu, and into this, which is going to be really easy to do. So it's really, like, not that big of a deal. It does require an Orcust Link monster. It's kind of just locking you into the archetype, which is fine. But it has the effect, for the first effect, you can target one of your banished Orcust or World Legacy cards and add it to your hand. Then you can shuffle a card from your hand into the deck and take control of a face-up monster your opponent controls. That is so cool that it just takes control of an opponent's monster. It doesn't even target it, it just takes it. That's really, really good. That is insane for a Link 4. It just takes control of a monster so you can go in for game. This is a game-ending card because you want to just take one of your opponent's monsters and just go in for game for that effect. It's just amazing. And it also lets you recover one of your banished cards, so it recycles resources to add one of your banished cards back to hand, shuffle the card into the deck so you can use it again later, and then also you just take control of a monster so you can recycle your copies of Harpoor back into the deck after you banish them to be able to bring out another Orcust monster, and that's really, really cool. I really like this card. This card is already off to a great start. So for the second effect, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there from the extra monster zone this turn, you can actually banish it and then send a card on the field to the graveyard. That's a pretty interesting effect to be able to use to basically just send a card to the graveyard, because once you summon this card out to your side of the field, you're probably just going to go in for game. So it's a really interesting effect that you're like, are you going to climb into like a Link 5 using this? Like, that's the only way I see it actually being useful for that second effect. But the first effect is just enough to help you recycle your copies of Harpoor, and then also use the effect to take control of an opponent's monster. Is just really good. This is actually a really insane effect just to help you go in for your plays, and that's actually really, really, really good. Okay, and then something else, we also get these reprints as well, which is really cool. And since this is the quarter century box, we're also again going to be getting Dragon Maid support and Punk support, so be on the lookout for those as well getting announced. And we do have some really cool, like, first look at the product as well, what else is going to be in it. So this is actually going to be the Orcust part of the box, which is just really cool. We also have the acrylic charm for Galatea, and we have Longirsu, which I love the little Longirsu where he has the little frown. That's really cute. And it also has the symbol, which is really awesome. We also are getting sleeves as well. These are awesome that they're like over sleeves and they look amazing. These are plastic clear card featuring the Yugioh designs of the Orcust monsters, which is just really cool to actually see. Sleeves are like a card of them, is just really, really nice. But overall, fantastic. I really like these overall. The Link 1 is insane. Again, also you're getting all these different reprints. You're getting like Galatea, Longirsu, Avermax. You're getting Orcust Return, Babel, Crescendo, Nightmare Unicorn and Phoenix, Dingirsu, Ib, the World Challenge Jurisdictor, the Girsu, Nightmare Orcust, World Legacy World 1, Harpoor, Symbol Skeleton, Brass Bombard, World Crown, and a World Legacy token. The World Legacy token is going to be really interesting as well. But overall, these are really cool. I really like the Link 1. I feel like the Link 1 is probably the better of the two because it's so nice to have a Link 1. So you can normal summon out your copy of Harpoor and then immediately go in for your plays. This is actually really, really insane. And I think this is actually going to put basically Orcust on the map again, which is just really, really nice. And I've wanted some support for them ever since we got Harpoor back. But this is really nice. And I really like the artwork. I even see like the bird in the background, which is just really cool. All the different birds. The more you look at this card, the more you see, which is just really, really cool about it. Because you just see more like references in the card's artwork. And I wonder if this is after like she comes back to life. Like this is like when she's like just like the shell, the like the automaton that was left over after she came back to life, because you don't see the center of it either, which is kind of interesting that you don't see right there like the center like golden piece inside the chest, which is really interesting. And also I love the lore of him actually becoming a Mech Knight. That looks really amazing that he becomes a Mech Knight, and he almost has like the purple Nightfall look to him, which is just really cool because Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax is actually blue sky, and he might be Nightfall because you see the night sky almost, and you also see the the moon phases as well, which is really interesting. I would love to read the lore on this more, but I feel like he's probably gained the power of Purple Nightfall, and then she might be after she actually comes back to life, which might be interesting. This might be the leftover, like, automaton. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I'm really excited for this support. This is actually really good support overall, and it just looks amazing. I love the artwork of the new cards, and definitely comment down below if you guys are excited for it. I'm excited to see the Dragon Maid and Punk cards because I love Dragon Maid, Punk, and Orcust. They're 3 amazing decks, and I'm really excited to see what else is going to come out of these quarter-century Trinity boxes. So, that's going to do for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, become part of Notification Squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys!